this video, I'm gonna be going over how I myself run ads with AI to help make businesses an extra $100,000 per month. Now, this isn't limited to any sort of business. I work specifically with HVAC businesses, but this truly can be used for anyone. I've gotten a lot of requests for this type of video. So in today, I'm gonna go simply on how I implement and use the ads with AI and how you yourself can do the same. Before I start this video, I do wanna preface a few things. So number one, this isn't as hard as it may seem to do. I know AI can be a daunting subject, but truly with the correct tools, with the correct user-friendly way to do it, this is pretty simple to do. And number two, at the end of the video, I'm gonna be dropping an opportunity only for people who understand and watch this entire video. So stay tuned for that. If you guys want access to that, make sure to watch the whole entire video so you have an understanding of what we're doing. With all that being said, let's just jump right into the video. So the full process behind this comes down into four main pillars and like four main ways that this process goes. So number one is getting your AI script and video. Number two is getting your AI smart funnel hooked up to the videos that we're gonna run. Number three is the AI reminders and nurturing. And then number four is closing the deal with AI. Now there's a little bit more of a process behind it, but I'm gonna show you how this all works and comes in conjunction to each other. At the end of the day, you can't just run ads. You need to have stuff, set up so that the ads can actually convert. And that goes into our full AI ads growth system. That's what I like to call it, right? The AI ads growth system, specifically for ads. And then we'll go through that. So step one is the AI script and video. And this comes down to creating two things. That is obviously your script and your video. So first off, we're gonna look at how you create the script and how to get the best scripts possible out of this. So what you're gonna do is generate the scripts for the ads in Claude. Now what Claude is it's an LLM similar to ChatGPT, but it specializes specifically on copy, right? So it specializes specifically in getting you the best creative writing, the best writing possible, right? And you can think of this as your world-class copywriter. Any copywriter in the world, right? If you prompt this correctly enough, you can get the best copy. So all you're gonna do, type it into there, right? It's pretty easy to set up. I'm not gonna show you guys. All you do is just create an account. But here's here's a prompt that you guys can use to get the best ads possible. So you guys can screenshot this, you guys can share this, whatever. I'm not gonna go through all of this, but you can use something like this to get a really good ad script. Now, something additionally, and this is some sauce that me and my team use and that we use for other business owners as well. You're not gonna hear anywhere. This is, specifically on our experience, but you're just gonna create from a storytelling perspective where it's a testimonial style. So basically, let's say we have a woman actor. I'll show you guys how to set up the video here, but we select a woman actor and we just say like, my roof was leaking. Let's say you're in roofing, be like, my roof was leaking, X's roofing company came over, they did an awesome job, blah, blah, blah. With that, people are more likely to connect with people, right? Not just words on the screen, and you get way better conversion rates. So with that, you get hundreds of scripts to use, right? Not just one script, you don't pay $100 for someone to write you a script. You have unlimited scripts. Using this prompt, you can tweak this to your liking. And additionally, you can use it with this to get those higher conversion rates. Now, for the video, and this is one of my favorite parts of this AI system. This is one of my favorite things to experiment with. And all you're gonna do is generate AI UCG videos through HeyGen. Now, what HeyGen is basically you can create videos with AI-powered avatars and voices that'll sound exactly like a human, right? That'll be indistinguishable from if a real person actually did it. And now, like I said up here, right? People connect with people. That is why these convert so well. It's not just an ad on a screen with a picture of, if you're selling roofing, if you're selling HVAC, with an HVAC system. But people connect with people, right? So if you hear someone, if you see someone, you're gonna be way more willing to obviously pay attention to that. So now, from here in HeyGen, all we're gonna do is plug in the scripts that we got from, entering this prompt into Claude. And then from there, we are just going to pick an avatar and pick a voice. I'm going to show you guys an example. This is an ad that I use for my own business, so not for the business owners that we work with, but it'll look something like this.
HVAC and roofing owners doing over $50,000 monthly. This is for you.
So after that, you can edit it with B-roll and transitions to make it look nice, right? You're not just going to post that directly on Facebook. You are going to make it, look a little bit more nicer, as you guys saw in the video I just showed you. And then you're just going to upload that into Instagram, upload that onto Facebook on Meta Ads, right? With the Meta Ads business suite, whatever they call it, the ads manager, whatever, right? You're just going to do it on Facebook ads. You're going to run them. And then guess what? You're raking in a ton of money with ads that are going to convert. Now, the process behind how we're going to take those and get them to convert is what we'll touch on next. And that is step 2. And that is implementing our AI smart funnel. So before I go into that, just on a very quick side note, if you guys are interested in implementing this for your business, you can book a free call with my team and I, where we'll go in depth in the system, everything I'm talking about, how it can look personalized for you yourself and for your business, and how, you can just get this started, right? You can implement everything that we say and get way more success within your business. So if you guys are interested in that, first link below, description of this video, completely free value. I think it's a no-brainer. But with that, let's go into the second step, which is the AI smart funnel. Now, this comes down to 2 areas that we're going to touch on. Number 1 is the funnel itself, and then number 2 is the qualifying. So with that, we'll touch on the funnel first. So all we're going to do in, very simplistic terms, I want to keep this as simple as possible, is you're going to create a form to direct into the smart AI funnel. So you can either create this through Facebook, you can create forms directly on Facebook that ask questions, or through your Go High Level website. Now, what Go High Level is, and through the Go High Level website, I'll explain that. But basically, the Go High Level is going to be the house for our full AI system. So Go High Level in and of itself isn't, the AI that we're going to use, but it will house everything natively very nicely in one place. So everything is nice, tidy, and it's just easier for you. So how we're going to do this is we're just going to connect our Facebook ad account to Go High Level. Now, it's pretty simple. Again, there's native integrations. All you're going to do is just sign in, and then everything's going to be ready to go, right? With your tracking, with setting up the workflows with Go High Level to your ads, it's all going to be ready to go. So this is kind of what the process is going to look like from an outside perspective. So number 1, the lead is going to click on your ad, right? So the HeyGen style ads that you created, the AI UCG with the voice, with the B-roll, with everything like that, they're going to click on this ad. Now the link from this ad is going to be the form that you created either through Facebook or through Go High Level. So it'll ask you questions, right? It'll qualify them, get that initial qualification, get your information, whatever that may be. From here, right, your leads information is going to be stored on Go High Level. When we hook up our ad account from that, everything is going to be stored within Go High Level. We're going to use that within our workflows, which is number 4, right? I'm already getting ahead of myself. Number 4, they're going to be put into our workflows. Then number 5 is nurturing and reminders. But that is the third step of our system, which we'll go through in a little bit. But that's basically how this process is going to look. Now, for qualifying, right? Because this comes down to a few things, and how we're going to set it up comes down to, a few aspects. But this comes down to a double screening process. Now, what is a double screening process? Basically, what we're going to do is get an immediate qualification. So from the form itself, that is going to be our first form of immediate qualification. And then we're going to have confirmations. So what that means, I'll show you guys in here in a little bit. But for the immediate, it's just qualification questions on the form. So this is a Facebook form, but as you can see, right, we can set it up with conditional logic. So if the answer, right, like how soon are you looking to buy a new home, right? Let's say you were, or a new car, whatever. But let's say you were working for real estate. How soon are you looking to buy a new home? If the answer is within 6 months, they are a lead. If they're not, like if it's after 6 months, then they're not a lead, right? You don't want to waste your time chasing those people. Now, it's all set up with conditional logic, which makes it so awesome for our qualification process, because these people won't even go into our, final workflows. They'll still be stored and they'll go into different workflows that we can use to turn them into leads. I don't know if I touched on it in this video, but my other videos, I touch more on that. But basically, right, if the answer is Y, they're disqualified. If the answer is X, they continue through to the next question. And then it goes on further, right? The answer is Y from X, it's disqualified. The answer is X, then X, right? You keep continuing. And with that, it makes sure that every lead is qualified right off the bat, right? You don't have to do any guesswork. You don't have to do any sort of qualification from, your ads, from your websites, anything like that. And then after the immediate qualification is done with this conditional logic, with the questions that we're going to ask on the Facebook form, we're going to go into confirmation. Now, what do we do for confirmation? And that is, we're just going to confirm via the AI caller, which we're going to use Synflow for. Now, what Synflow is, it's an AI calling software you can set up, very similar to HeyGen, where you can set up voices. It's going to sound very human-like. You're just going to set up prompts. It's going to create it for you, and it's going to sound exactly like a human. Now, you're just going to set this up through Go High Level. And this is extremely easy to do, right? If you guys want to know how to do this in depth, I made a video specifically on Synflow. I show you how to hook up everything, but it's very simple. You just go through the app marketplace, you download Synflow, and everything's set up from there. So really easy to do. And now there's two reasons why this is so effective. So within this confirmation, right, why do we even do it, right? What is the benefit behind it? It comes down to two things. One is speed to lead, and number two is the intimate connection. Now I'll touch on speed to lead first, and this is one of the best things that we can utilize within this whole AI system. So I want to show you some statistics, right? As you can see, the number of calls, if you call within the first 5 minutes, that the lead shows interest. So if they, go through your ads process, through your ads, if they fill out your form, if they call you, whatever that may be, if you do within the first 5 minutes, look at how much, of a higher chance you have for the lead to answer your call. Now, additionally, and this is a study from MIT Business. So this is straight from, Boston University Business, one of the best business schools in the world. If you contact the lead within the first 60 seconds that they show interest, you have a 391% chance more likely to convert than if you didn't, right? And even if you go down to 1 minute less, right, to 2 minutes, it goes down to 160%. 3 minutes, 98, 30 minutes, 62, 63, 24. After a day, you may as well stop trying. Now, additionally, right, if you can hook these two up together, if you can get a sub 60 second every single time, your conversion rates are going to be so much higher. You will be laughing and literally rolling in the dough, right? It's a good picture to paint, and truly you will be. So every single time when we hook it up with our Go High Level workflows and automations, we're gonna have that sub 60 second response time every single time. No matter what, every single time, sub 60 second. So that's how that works. And in turn, you get 391% more clients, 391% more sales, and then 95% of your time back, right? Like, not only are you getting these crazy amount of conversions, but you're also getting your time back because you're not the one doing it. Your receptionist isn't the one doing it. Your sales team isn't the one doing it, right? So that's how that's gonna work with speed to lead. And then number two is the intimate connection. Now, what does that even mean, right? Basically, people connect with people. I've said this multiple times in the video, but because of that, right, if a lead is talking to our AI caller, which is going to sound exactly like a human, let's say that the lead filled out the form and they were just clicking buttons, right? They were just going through forms just for the fun of it, whatever. That is way more easy to fake than if you're talking to someone and you flat out lie to their face. So that's our double screening process, right? The leads, when they go through our initial one, we're going to make sure and confirm that everything that they said was good. It may have even just been a misclick, you never know. But we're going to confirm that everything that they said was accurate so that we're not dealing with any garbage leads. And then in turn, we're going to eliminate all the unqualified leads, which at the end of the day equals more money for us. So that is how that's going to work with the qualification side of this. Now, step 3 is the AI reminders and nurturing. At the end of the day, right, even if we get people in, we have to convert them. If we just get them booked and we don't send them anything, right, if we don't send them any information, what good is that going to do us? So we have to set up AI reminders and nurturing. And how we're going to do this, as I said up here, right, in the full process, there's basic reminders and follow-ups, and then there's complex reminders and follow-ups, which will be the AI-powered ones that will convert better than obviously the basic ones. But there is a place for both, and I'll show you the place for both within this. So for the basic automations, this is where we're just going to set it up through Go High Level. So all of our basic, text reminders, email reminders, stuff like that, we're going to set it up for each source of traffic, right? So if that's reminders, nurturing sequences, follow-ups, stuff like that, these are more likely going to be used in our complex workflows. But anything like this, right, we can set up with the basic reminders in Go High Level on your messages, your emails, your calling. Your calling will be on Synful, so that will be more complex, but just basic stuff like that. And something like a booking reminder. So at the end of the day, you don't need an AI to analyze your client. You don't need an AI to analyze your lead. If you're just sending, 24-hour confirmation, hey, just a reminder of our call in 24 hours, whatever that may be, you truly don't need the complexity of the AI agent. So that is the biggest thing we're going to use it for, right? Those booking reminders, going to be huge. Now, for the complex one, and this is where our AI actually comes into it, and this is where we utilize AI to convert that at a higher percentage. So this is where we're going to send personalized messages. So what are these, right? And where are we going to use them? So it comes down into three main areas. Number one is for leads that don't self-book, right? So leads who go through the form, who, answer all the questions, and at the end of the day, don't book on the calendar. We're going to use it for that. We're going to use canceled and no-show reactivation. So people who canceled the appointment, people who didn't show up to the appointment, anything like that, we're going to set up workflows specifically to get them to turn back into a lead. And then number three is initial question answering. So this is just, it's probably more complex than I could have worded it, but basically, if a lead texts you, if a lead emails you, calls you, any question that you have, the AI can step in and, it'll be a little bit more complex, right? We can't really set it up in a workflow where we can predict what they're going to say. And that's where any questions will be answered with the AI. And now, how we're going to create this, and, I won't go in depth in this video because this is quite a big topic, but we're just going to create this through Make. What Make AI is basically like, a playground for all the AI and AI, agents that you can create. But you're going to set this up in a creation, in a template. Me and my team have our own template that it works, but we're going to create it through Make. And then we're going to hook that up to Go High Level. So you can think of this as very similar to Synflow, how we're going to go through the marketplace. We're going to set it up and just hook up Synflow to Go High Level, then everything will be working. That's exactly how Make is going to work, right? We're just going to hook it up to Go High Level. And then our AI agents from Make that we created are going to work within our Go High Level workflows. So the outcome behind that is that you'll never let a lead slip through the cracks again. So whether that be a lead who canceled, a lead who no-showed, a lead who didn't get followed up on, whatever that may be. I mean, with our system, with the AI system working, you'll never have a lead not followed up on. But regardless, right? Anything that can happen, we're going to make sure that a lead goes right until the end and just doesn't slip through the cracks, right? So that is a huge thing behind it. So with all that being said, you have all of the information to do this for yourself, right? And make loads of extra money completely on autopilot. You saw this system, you see the power of this. This is the best way to run ads as you can do right now, and turn your business from this without AI to this with AI. That isn't an exaggeration, 400% more conversions with the way that you do this. So now, if you want to implement this into your business, like I talked about before in the middle of this video, you can book a free implementation call with me and my team where we go in depth, step by step, into how we can implement this personalized and unique for you ASAP. At the end of the day, everything I gave you is pretty general knowledge. If you want to implement this specifically for yourself, right, your brand's tone, everything like that, you can book a free implementation call with me and my team. It's completely free. We'll guide you through it, give you that free value. But with that, you have everything to gain, right? Even if you just walk away with the free value afterwards, right? This is life-changing free value. AI is the future. You watching this, you understand that to some extent, but you get loads of free value afterwards, completely for free, and really you have nothing to lose, right? Like, like the time that you have for the call with me and my team, it will provide dividends in so many more ways. I can promise you that. So really, you have nothing to lose. You can book that free call, me and my team. Worst case scenario, walk away with tons of free value afterwards. So you can click the first link below in the description of this video and book your free AI implementation call, me and my team. With that being said, I hope to speak with you guys on the call. And above all, I hope that you and your business crush it in 2025 with AI.